All right, guys, so got another video here for y'all. Now, this video is going to be all about the camera quality and video quality of my new smartphone that I'm going to be using as my daily driver. That's actually the phone that I'm filming this video on, and that is the Samsung Galaxy S20. I switched from a OnePlus 8, had that 2 months, and I love that phone. Did a review and an unboxing that you can follow and check out up above. Side note, if you love the content that you see here, love it, hate it, whatever, I'd love for y'all to subscribe. I'm trying to get better and better. Started this channel about 2 months ago, so it'd be a big help. And yeah, just a little side step there. But getting back to the whole reason of this video. So I've been wanting to get this phone because of the video capabilities and picture capabilities of it. And plus, Samsung Galaxy are my first love. You know, that's the first major flagship phone that I had. Technically, HTC was my first Android, but they kind of, you know what happened to them. But anyways, but quickly it was the Galaxy, and from there on out it was the Galaxy, and Notes in somewhere in between there as well. So like literally for like the last 8, 9, maybe 10 years almost, it's been Samsung almost every year. Anyways, so video quality is the main thing I'm going to be harping on the most. I have 4 kids and I love taking videos of them, and I just wanted something where I can get some great shots, and plus for that matter use it for my YouTube videos, unboxing videos, things like that. And so yeah, so anyways, so to talk about the camera, I think it's important to go over the specs first before we start talking about the videos. So as far as the specs go, you have a 12 megapixel main wide angle lens, you have a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, and then a 64 megapixel telephoto lens. And that camera, that telephoto lens, can zoom all the way up to 3 times optical and 30 times digital. So it does a fantastic job with that, especially picking up detail when you're zoomed in quite a bit like that. Flipping around to the front, you have your hole punch right in the center of the screen, which I think I really like a lot better than the corners. I just don't really notice it very much there. But anyways, it's a 10 megapixel front-facing camera there. Video capabilities, the rear camera can shoot up to 8K. I won't be doing 8K videos because I just don't know if 8K is the thing right now in 2020. Maybe next year we'll be singing a different tune about that, but right now it's all about 4K. So 4K, this back camera can record all the way up to 4K 60 frames per second, which is fantastic. The front can also record up to 4K 60 frames per second, so that's awesome as well. So with this video, basically I went to like a downtown area here in my neighborhood of Fort Worth, Texas, and just walked around, put a little camera holder type thing on the phone and just walked around and held it. And I wanted to get video footage of everything that the camera could do. So a small disclaimer, all the videos have 2 things, either turned on or off, however you want to say it. So one is all the beauty filters and all that is turned off. I hate those. I want a more natural photo, especially if it's a selfie. I don't want the smoothness of my skin to happen, and I want my ugly mug to be exactly how it looks, you know. So that's number 1. Number 2 is in the settings. So if you go into camera settings and then go scroll down, you'll see where video stabilization is, and I have that turned on every video as well. Now with the videos, you're gonna see me walking around. You're gonna see, you know, 1080p at 30 frames, 1080p at 60, with ultra wide angle on, with telephoto lens being used, with super steady mode being used when it can be, all that. And then just for fun, I slapped on my gimbal on it and walked around a little bit as well. So I'll kind of put those in here as well. So without further ado, let's check out some videos. All right, guys, so this is 1080-30 with the front-facing camera. I think it does a pretty decent job as far as just in general for a front-facing camera. So this is the lowest resolution that you'll get with the front-facing camera on here. Well, obviously you can do 720, but who does that anymore? But here we go. All right, guys, so this is the front-facing camera. Now this is going to be at 1080, 60 frames per second. I am holding the phone, but it's on just like a regular, like a mini tripod mount that I can fold up and hold. So at least it gives me a little bit more steadiness than just with my hand holding on the camera. But you can see the image stabilization. I think it does a pretty good job. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. All right, so this is 4K 30 with the front-facing camera. Just walking, I got it on just a generic kind of phone holder that I'm holding type of thing. So this will give you a good idea if you're holding it with your hand or just, you know, with some sort of tripod stand or something that you're able to fold up and hold. But yeah, so this is kind of how it looks. But like I said, this is 4K 30 frames per second. All right, so this is the front-facing camera. Now this is 4K 60 frames per second, so you're able to get a good idea of how it looks. But like I said, no filters on or anything like that, so this is straight up how it looks, just walking through this downtown park. So yeah, 4K 60 frames per second right here. All right, this is 1080 30 frames per second with super steady mode on, just holding it with a like a camera handle type thing. So this will give you a good idea of how the image stabilization is working out. So this is by default the ultra wide angle lens that it does when you put it on super steady mode, and then here is the regular wide angle lens, so you can see it zooms in a little bit more, but this will give you an idea of the image stabilization and everything like that. All right guys, so this is 1080 60 frames per second. So as you can see, this is just without the super steady mode on. Now one thing to point out that is you're not able to do the ultra wide or telephoto lens in 1080 60. So that is something just to kind of point out in this little video here. All right, so this is going to be 1080 60 frames per second. Now this is with super steady mode on, so you can kind of see the buttery smoothness of this being turned on. Now with this, you are able to use the ultra wide angle and then the regular wide angle lens. So this is the ultra wide that sets by default when you put on super steady mode, and then this is the regular wide angle lens on the phone itself. All right, this is 4K 30 frames per second. Now this is just the regular wide angle lens, and then here is the ultra wide angle lens as you're walking here. And then here's the telephoto 3x optical zoom in 4K 30. Regular, ultra wide. All right, here's 4K 30 with super steady mode on. As I've been saying all the videos, by default it goes into ultra wide mode first. So there's ultra, and then here's the regular wide angle lens with super steady mode on. Okay, so here is 4K 60 frames per second. So with 4K 60, just like 1080 60, you're not able to have fun with the telephoto or the ultra wide angle lens. I mean, obviously you can pinch to zoom type of thing, but that's going to be all digital zoom. But this will give you an idea of the stabilization and everything. Now this is not with super steady mode on. Okay, now with super steady mode on, this is 4K 60, and by default it does the same thing. It goes into the ultra wide angle lens first. So here's the ultra wide, and then you got your wide angle, just main lens, and this is 4K 60 with super steady mode on. Alright guys, this is 4K 60 frames per second, but I'm actually using my handheld gimbal here to kind of give you an idea. Kind of the smoothness after you're, able to put it on something like this. All right, guys, just want to let you know real quick, the gimbal that I'm using is this Xihyun Smooth Q. I paid 40 bucks used for it. I think you can buy it brand new for, I think, 60-ish. But just want to let y'all know, really awesome, compact, portable gimbal, easy to use. The first time I ever used one, and I love this thing. But back to the video. All right, now this is 4K 60 frames per second on my gimbal. So I'm walking right now. So let me know how that stabilization's coming through. And this is without super steady mode on. I want to kind of do that first. So like I said, this is just a walk in the park on a gimbal. Okay, so this is 4K 60 frames per second with super steady mode on, but I am using my gimbal. So let me know in the comments down below if you're able to tell any difference at all with super steady mode on or not. I've been hearing little things off and on online, people saying that maybe there's some glitch with super steady mode on using a gimbal just because they're trying to work against each other, but I have not noticed that at all since I've used it. But, comment down below and let me know what you think. And then as far as for the selfie goes, this is how it looks in selfie mode with the camera. Ultra wide is still on, so you might be catching my gimbal in it, possibly, I don't know. I won't know until I actually see the video, so there you go. All right, guys, so that's the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. So if you like, comment down below, hit that like button, ring that dang bell if y'all want to kind of get that notification when I upload more videos. But that would be a huge blessing to have y'all a part of my YouTube family. So anyways, take care, guys. Be safe out there, and God bless.